Good morning, Sarah McVanel.
Good morning, Michael Kerr. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you for joining me. Sarah is the co-author of a great book, Forever Recognize Others' Greatness. A book all about employee recognition, why to recognize employees, how to recognize employees. It's an incredibly important topic when it comes to workplace success, organizational success. And one of the things you talk about, Sarah, in the book that caught one of the many things that caught my attention is the concept of resource gossiping. Usually we think of gossiping as a bad thing, do we not?
Absolutely. People tell me all the time this is one of the things that they want my help in stopping is the gossip.
Right. So we want to have less of that kind of gossip.
Yes.
But
that's exactly how it's described, yes.
But you put an interesting spin on it because you put a positive spin on it, and with the phrase resource gossiping. So explain what that is.
Well, you know, my co-author Brenda and I, we were continually asked to help with teams where there was a huge gossip problem. And nothing we could do would help to stop that. And we thought, you know what, why do you stop trying a moving stream? We had to figure out, why is it happening? And it's because it's social glue, right? Haven't you found that, Michael? It bonds people together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what we started to think about was, is there some way that we could use gossip in a way that still bonds people together, but it doesn't actually create fractions, that it actually could be helpful in workplaces? And that's where the resourcefulness piece came in, because we actually do this. We just don't call it resource gossiping. We don't call it gossiping at all. When we say nice things about people when they're not there, when we overhear something positive, and then we make sure we go back to that person and say, do you know that I was just saying this about you, or that I heard so-and-so saying this nice thing about you? That's gossip too. We just don't usually label it as gossip because it's not negative or toxic. So it's doing more of that and focusing and looking for the things that are working. That's resource gossip.
And don't you find one of the key words is intentional? It's about being intentional about remembering to do that and taking the time to say something nice behind people's back instead of something rare behind people's back.
Well, and the rare part could be that there's something that folks are unhappy with. But what we like to say is a complaint is a poorly worded request. So what if this person's being negative, or they're complaining, or even if they're negatively gossiping about something else, what is something that is greatness within that person that they're just doing a great job of masking? And so we can actually say something positive about that person. And how cool is it? And I know you talk about this in your book, the humor advantage. When we have some element of surprise, it can have a bigger impact. So if we are speaking about somebody who normally is about us or about somebody else, we see something positively and positive about them, and it gets back to them. Talk about shifting the dynamics. Maybe all of a sudden this place isn't so bad. Maybe I'm not such a bad person because I can see some good things about them.
Right.
I want to be known and heard and understood, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is seeing things about every one of the people that we work with as having some, even if we have to really search for it, having something that's working and acknowledging it, whether they're there or not.
Right. Saying something nice behind their back. And I love that phrase. A complaint is a poorly worded request.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And imagine the impact if everybody started doing this a little more intentionally, the impact that would spiral upwards into your culture to create a more positive, happier, engaged workplace. Thank you so much, Sarah. Everybody out there watching this, practice resource gossiping. Pick up Sarah's book, Forever Recognize Others' Greatness, if you want some great ideas on how to recognize employees effectively in your workplace. Thank you, Sarah.
Pleasure. Talk soon. Bye, Michael.
Bye-bye.